Hello, everybody! Zionesk111 here, and welcome back to more Civilization VII as Benjamin Franklin. We're getting into the home stretch of this game's modern era, and I already have completed the first two projects for the Space Race Legacy path, but I still have to research rocketry, build a launch pad, launch a satellite into orbit, and complete the crewed spaceflight project to secure a science victory. It is going to be a challenge to get all that done with the time I have left, but I'll give it a try, because it's worth it. I'm already a ways into researching rocketry, but I'd better buckle down and get to it on the other stuff if I want to have even a chance. I've got a research initiative going that's about to end in a few turns. Yeah, we get it. I've settled too close to some volcanoes, game. What's it to you? I don't even have anything built around the volcano, actually, so what's there to worry about? At all, literally. Time to grow this town. I'm actually going to get that silver resource real quick before anyone else snatches it. And by anyone else, I mean Denpasar, which I am Caesarian of. Don't really need to be worried about that. I just need to get a trader unit going between my empire and Denpasar. So what's it called? The research initiative is already complete in Atheni. If I'm gonna build something else, then it's gonna have to last the same number of turns rocketry has left until it's done. The stonecutter, for example. Gonna put that over here. Then I might as well get a sawmill in the same spot. They're both production buildings, so they should be pretty good in getting my future launch pad built, as is this exploration base. The military academy in Washington, D.C. is complete. 3 turns left until rocketry is complete. I think I'm gonna go for an ironworks. Wow, that's quite a lot of yields just for placing down the ironworks over the dungeon. But influence is gonna go down. I don't really care much about influence anymore. Really. No problem. Again, I do want to point out how fast these turns are going, due to there not being much for me to do. Production for these 2 buildings is complete already. Holy crap. Only 1 turn until rocketry is complete, so I think this would be a good time to get a scout down. I'm most likely going to have it explore some of what's on this other continent before the satellite's launched. Rocketry is complete at long last. And my scout is going to go right over here. Okay, not directly into the city, since I don't have open borders. Alright. I think you know what time it's for. It's gonna take 33 turns to build a launch pad? Oh, crap. I'll do it over here. No less. I'm definitely gonna have to purchase some more production buildings to get this done faster. Okay, it is definitely helping, but not much. Starting to wonder if me building a launch pad in Washington, D.C. is going to help matters. Oh. While taking the old Golden Age Academy down to its foundations, workers stumble upon indications of even older amphitheater. The foreman calls for construction on the ironworks to halt while the value of this finding is appraised. It's an artifact. Okay, so there's no production going on in Washington, D.C. right now, so how long is it going to take for a launch pad there? Only 24 turns. It's going to have to go right up here since there's pretty much nothing other than trees. Can I purchase anything to make this... Okay, the stone cutter is going to be the most useful of the options I have. I'll have to build it right down here so it won't be damaged by the volcano. I can get a sawmill down too, right here. Okay, so it's a scroll that I got from that. Okay. This is definitely gonna make up for some of the culture I lost. Anything I can do... Okay, I could go ahead and get the mastery for industrialization going, which would probably help speed things up with constructing the launch pads. Still don't know if that's gonna be helpful yet. By much. I got a celebration. It's gonna go towards science. Okay, palisading is production, but it's only for fortification buildings. People's Army is the same, but for land military units, and it's gonna cost an additional gold for each land military unit I have. I think I should do cultural imperialism next. +6 culture and gold for each city-state I'm the suzerain of. Well. Apparently I can have only the same type of factory resource slotted in once it becomes slotted into the factory. I did not know that until now. I still have a lot about this game to learn, but slowly but surely it's coming about. Nuclear fission's the only thing I have left before future tech. Future tech is gonna bring about age progress, which I do not want. Unless I was going for a score victory. I don't know when I want to give a score victory a try yet, but I'll think about it. And we've got a significant blizzard going in Argos. Dear me. Did it damage the factory? I think it did damage the factory. Yep, it did. Drat. Repairing them doesn't take a whole lot of gold compared to what I have right now. Gonna have to slot this cotton resource back in, though. I added in another cotton resource for good measure. You're welcome, Argos. You damaged my factory again, Blizzard. And it costs more gold to repair everything it damaged. Why, though? Why'd you have to do that? I think it damaged something in Izuritu as well. I'm gonna have to wait until this blizzard passes over before I can repair anything else. Oh look, my ship of the line found another hostile independent power. I think I should try befriending it so it won't become as hostile for when I explore that area again. And Geneva... I don't know if anyone's going for that city-state. Oh, yep, Confucius is going for it. Never mind, then. Okay. Guess that settles that. Olympia gets another population. Think it should be okay to repair. Okay. Everything should be okay. What? Okay, should I wait another turn and that bug will be fixed? I think. Hello? Is it still not going? What is going on here? Why can't I slot my cotton resource in Argos' factory?
It is not.
I don't have time for that kind of problem. But I don't think anything got damaged this time. Strangely enough. I can go for the capitalism mastery. But why would my factory suddenly refuse to let me put any factory resources in? Well, I guess we're gonna have to do without it. That's just how it's gonna be for the rest of the game. Other leaders are completing milestones for each of the other legacy paths. That's a little concerning. I'm still crossing my fingers and hoping that I get the last two projects I need done in time. No matter how long it takes. Though I do hope it doesn't take long. Go away. We got mass production mastered. Himiko wants a local festival. Supported. Consider it done. Mobilization. Production. Okay, this is 1.5 production. Perhaps Winchester would be a better taker for the resource. The cotton resource I've been trying to slot in. Possibly. Oh, now that's when Argos finally takes it. I don't know what happened. That is definitely strange. I don't think I've ever encountered this kind of bug before, but here we are now. There's only 8 turns left until the launch pad in DC is completed. I'm so anxious right now. I don't know if I'm gonna make it in time. It's gonna be a long shot, but I hope I do make it. One way or another. Capitalism's been mastered. I'm still kind of on the fence between choosing one of these 3 ideologies. To recap, 2 of them have chosen communism, 1 of them has chosen fascism, another 3 chose democracy. Choosing communism will get me a scientific attribute point. Fascism will get me militaristic, which I don't know if any attribute points will get production up faster. Okay, there's an attribute on the militaristic branch for military units, but that's not buildings. Oh, there's one for production buildings on the scientific branch. But there's only 5 turns left in the construction of the DC launch pad, and it takes me 5 turns to complete the communism civic. Is there anything along these 3 paths that'll help get projects done faster? I could go for fascism and slot the assembly line in. Alternatively, I could go down the communism path and slot the public works policy in. You know what? Yeah, I think that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Get your hammers and sickles out.
Is like our veins, the veins of the world.
Well, looky what we have here. The Grand Canyon. A natural wonder that can actually be found in America. I've got my scout to thank for discovering that. Okay. So that means I have officially began communism, and am now a permanent member of that ideology. I'm just gonna have to watch the relationships I have with those who choose fascism and democracy. I just hope nothing too bad comes of this. The only other mastery I can do is aerodynamics. Then it's on to nuclear fission, and then future tech. And again, future tech is going to be a bit problematic because it progresses the age by a fair amount. Something that I don't want when trying to achieve a victory economically, militaristically, scientifically, or culturally. Only thing it'll be good for is just a score victory. Alright, so that completes the first milestone for the Railroad Tycoon. And we've got communism completed. Social democracy. Democracy lies at the heart of any true socialism. And we completed the quest already because we already have 125 population across all our settlements. And we get this. Democracy is indispensable to the working class, because only through the exercise of its democratic rights can the proletariat become aware of its class interests. Said by Rosa Luxemburg. There's no progress if some are left behind. I get another scientific legacy point in addition to the one we already have. Use that for constructing buildings faster. And let's do plus 20% gold and happiness towards maintaining buildings. As for the expansionist route, let's go here. Gain 1 population in towns. New towns start with an additional population. See what we can do with that. I'm just mainly going for production at this point. Okay, my launch base in DC is finally complete. And we can go ahead and launch a satellite, which is only going to take 7 turns. I thought it was going to be more. I think that for the time being, I'm going to work my way towards socialism, but I'm going to have to go through centralism first. And I got these AT guns in addition. Still want to have them rest for right now. I may not be needing them until relationships decrease because I'm of a different ideology than some of the others. Okay, I see my relationships with Confucius and Machiavelli are increasing. That is nice. This may be among the last times I see the friendly faces of the other leaders. We got aerodynamics mastered. Okay, only 3 turns left to launch a satellite. I can get nuclear fission done. And the launch pad in Athena is complete. I think the crewed flight project can only be unlocked after I launch the satellite into space. If it only takes 7 turns to launch a satellite in DC, then I think I should probably go ahead and have DC take care of the crewed flight project too. I'm just gonna go ahead and have Athena build another wonder. Let's have it do the Battersea power station. The only power station we'll ever need, assuming we get it done before the others.
I read.
I'm not sure how long it's gonna be before the modern age ends, but we got Hamdallahi friendly towards us, and we get 1,000 happiness towards the next celebration for it. Awesome. Well, okay. We just witnessed a true rocket launch right there. It reveals every single unexplored area of the map. Now all we have to do is the crewed flight project. It's gonna take 14 turns to do. I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to get that done before the countdown begins. I'm gonna do plus 20% culture for 10 turns so I can get this last communism civic completed. What do I do? I think I do Proletariat for +4 food from specialists and -3 happiness in towns. Oh, Friedrich Baroque has joined democracy. That can potentially spell disaster. Should we go to war? My scout has to go across Marrakesh, which is hostile towards us. Not for long. Although I don't think it's gonna matter all that much. Actually, I think I may want to go ahead and delete the scout from existence. Yep, there he goes. He's not really needed anymore. He's just gonna pause his auto-explore if he comes near a hostile unit. Once again. I'm gonna have to move this AT gun out of the way of the production thing for Washington, D.C. Oh dear. Okay, I'm moving that out of the way before all else. Okay, socialism's almost complete, so I can have an opportunity to slot that one policy in before all is lost.
You asked me once if I remember Battersea. And now I do.
Okay. Okay, then. Here we are, Battersea. It's giving us +4 production towards the city it's in, Atheni. Though, don't really think it should matter all that much, given that this game's about to end. I think I'm gonna go ahead and produce a stock exchange. And only 9 turns for that. We can go ahead and go to sleep. All these troops right here are gonna get a pretty much front row seat to my crude space flight launch. I'm gonna have to change my policies around. Okay, public works, just as I expected. So I am gonna take out civil engineering and... Okay. Public works. 30% production towards completing projects. That might have gotten the turn counter down 1, but I don't know. Okay, it did. I saw it go 5 for a split second, then down to 4. I'm so close. I'm so close. I still want to keep an eye on how everyone else is going with their legacy pads. Nuclear fission's unlocked. I see nobody has completed any milestone of the military legacy path yet. But I don't think it matters. One turn. I hope you guys are ready to witness history. That me, myself, and I, along with Benjamin Franklin, him, and himself, have put together. The moment I hit the next turn button, we shall complete the space race victory for Civilization VII for the first ever time. What a rocket. Really. What a rocket. The modern age has come to an end, and we shall watch this coming cutscene.
A pale blue dot floats lonely in a void. The shackles of gravity are broken. What new possibilities does such a vantage point open?
It's just as the narrator asks. What new possibilities could we have open for science? Mainly in the realm of space exploration. I've done it. I have done it. Okay. I see that Napoleon has completed the Railroad Tycoon by a long shot, even though he still has yet to build the world's bank. And Lakshmi has completed the Geographic Society Legacy Path, though she still has yet to build the World's Fair. But I successfully completed the crewed space flight, thus securing me a scientific victory. I feel so good. I've done very well. I've done very, very well. Such a fitting high note to end on with the music. We leveled Benjamin Franklin up to level 8. And we get all of this unlocked for some reason. I know I've unlocked bifocals, kited key, and all this stuff before, but still haven't seen the modern diplomatic and scientific legacy cards I can get for Ben Franklin yet. But that is going to be a tale I can tell on my own time, or in the next playthrough I have with Benjamin Franklin. Don't know when that's gonna be, though. I'm presuming that Civilization might actually do something to recognize the 250th birthday of America this year, but I think I'm happy with how I've celebrated it for right now, even though it is a little bit early to do so in the game. I've secured myself a scientific victory for the very first time ever, recorded or not. And I think that's satisfying me enough. Okay, so that's cultural and scientific victory paths down, and I still have the economic and military victory paths to show you, in addition to score. For the score victory path, I'm presuming that I'm going to have to do as much as I can to progress the age of the modern era, either through completing legacy path milestones or by completing future techs and civics. But that means I'm going to have to skip over the masteries for each of them. I'll have the strategy for the score victory fully planned out as soon as I get the economic and militaristic victories done for the modern age. With what leaders I will be playing as at the time, I don't know yet. I do know that I have completed the militaristic victory path on my own time, but never the economic or score victories. All that's gonna be for another time, though. Until then, thank you all once again so much for joining me on this second playthrough of Civilization VII as Benjamin Franklin. And until the next playthrough, I will see you then. Bye!